Pomni. Pomni is 25 years old and voiced by Lizzie Freeman. She is the sixth main cast member to join the circus. She appears as a brightly colored jester with spiral eyes. Her anxious energy defines her, always teetering on the edge of panic as she tries to process the impossibility of escape. Before her arrival in the amazing Digital Circus, Pomni was an ordinary 25-year-old woman of another name that she forgot. She worked as an accountant for a supermarket chain, but in her spare time and whenever she got bored, Pomni would explore abandoned buildings for the mild thrill of it, while also recording videos of herself doing it and posting them on YouTube, though no one ever watched them. Pomni arrived in the Digital Circus after putting on a mysterious headset. A theory suggests she found the headset in one of these abandoned buildings, potentially left behind by a previous person who abstracted. This theory implies that when someone abstracts, they may also disappear from the real world, leaving behind their headset. Though unconfirmed, Pomni's name is implied to be Christine. She was originally conceptualized as a frog-like character wearing a black and blue striped suit, nicknamed Frogny by Gooseworx. Gooseworx stated that out of all the humans trapped in the circus, Pomni is the worst at cooking. She is also the first character from the amazing Digital Circus to get her official plushie, aside from Jax. Pomni's avatar has some unique abilities, such as rubber body. Pomni's body can stretch and warp to impossible standards, with the most extreme case being when Jax threw her off of their semi-truck to make a bridge between them and the bandit's truck. Color changing. In the first few minutes of episode 3, we see the gang watch Pomni trying to hold her breath. When Pomni did this, her face changes color. First blue, then pink, then red, then orange, then yellow, and finally green. Caine. Caine, also known as Creative Artificial Intelligence Networking Entity, is the main antagonist of the amazing Digital Circus. He is voiced by Alex Rocho and has no confirmed age, though fans estimate a human equivalent in his late 20s. He's the erratic AI ringmaster overseeing the circus, adorned with a top hat, expressive eyes, and a head of cartoon teeth. Caine constructs the daily adventures, erases memories, and maintains strict control over the trapped humans, balancing caretaker facade with oppressive authority alongside his loyal assistant Bubble. Many theories depict Caine as a clever analog to the antagonist in I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, but warped into a whimsical, sadistic jester. Caine is the most powerful entity within the Digital Circus and is the creator of all other AI in the circus. Despite his immense power over the digital world, he has admitted that there are a few things outside his control and isn't fully aware of everything that happens. Despite claiming to not have any control over the minds of others, the vote to make Jax vegan in episode 5 seemed to affect Jax's actual psychology, much to the latter's shock, as he believed Caine wasn't capable of it. Caine's English name may also be inspired by the biblical character Cain, who has a sibling named Abel. Moreover, the name of the C&A company found inside the exit door could be Cain and Abel. As the episodes continue to air, it's seen that Caine is becoming increasingly unstable. This can lead to the entire circus glitching and changing, showing he is holding the entire simulation together. He is frequently shown to have outbursts with Zooble, a human inhabitant of the circus that he struggles to keep happy.
Oh, Zooble, you mismatched cash piano, I'll tear you to...
Jax. Jax is 22 years old and voiced by Michael Kovac. He was the third main cast member to join the amazing Digital Circus. His avatar is a lanky, purple humanoid rabbit with a perpetual smirk. Jax is a mischievous, occasionally flat-out bloodthirsty, laid-back, egotistical, sarcastic, and brazenly condescending individual. He rarely shows any empathy or remorse for those around him. Jax used to be a human in the real world, with a different name. He entered the circus one day upon putting on a VR headset. He had a friend named Ribbit, but for one reason or another, Ribbit abstracted, and the pain of losing someone close to him led him to try and avoid bonding by being mean, as that way he wouldn't get close to anyone and wouldn't have to suffer loss again. He also somehow possesses a key to everyone's room within the circus, potentially revealing that he is capable of hiding things from Caine. Jax has a bad habit of masking his emotions. As the episodes go on, it's seen that Jax is having trouble maintaining his facade, with some fans believing he is close to abstraction himself. His mouth only opens when experiencing extreme emotions, revealing a sinister set of sharp teeth. He is known to have an extreme fear of corn, which in episode 6 is elaborated on to actually be a form of trypophobia. Since he has a fascination with violence, Jax is often drawn towards using guns, with his own adventure suggestion being him shooting his fellow circus members as animals. As confirmed by Michael Kovac, Jax's favorite food is spaghetti. When he arrived in the circus, Jax chose his name and came up with Gangle's name. Jax's avatar has the ability to perceive the fourth wall, unlike the other humans in the circus. Ragatha. Ragatha is 30 years old and voiced by Amanda Hufford. She is the second main cast member to join the circus. She embodies the archetype of a Raggedy Ann-style ragdoll, smiling through pain and acting as the group's emotional supporter. Ragatha is described as the sweetest little optimist. However, this optimism isn't as simple as it looks, as she appears to be forcing a constant happy attitude to keep herself sane, brushing off grievous injuries and other serious incidents as nothing. Gangle mentioned that Ragatha can be perceived as being disingenuous with her optimism after a while. Jax also brings up how Ragatha seems like she tries way too hard, and that it sometimes feels like she's trying to take advantage of people. In the 5th and 6th episodes, more of Ragatha's insecurities are shown stemming from her trauma she received from her overbearing mother and her deep-rooted fear of being hated and failing to create potential friendships. However, when Kinger, who temporarily regained his sanity, imparted some wisdom onto her, Ragatha slowly began trying not to be so hard on herself. Before her arrival in the amazing Digital Circus, Ragatha was an ordinary human with another name who was born into a wealthy farming family. She also worked in real estate for a time, up until she entered the amazing Digital Circus after donning a headset connected to a mysterious computer. Ragatha's only real fear is a fear of centipedes, which Jax loves to mischievously exploit. Ragatha's design is heavily inspired by Raggedy Ann from the 1977 animated film Raggedy Ann and Andy, a musical adventure. Gangle. Gangle is 26 years old and voiced by Marissa Lenti. She was the 4th main cast member to join the circus. Her avatar is a ribbon-wrapped figure who swaps between comedy and tragedy masks, mirroring her fragile emotional state. She is made up of 4 candy-red ribbons that form a humanoid shape. Whenever her comedy mask gets broken or removed, her next mask appears, switching to a sad version of the former, clarified by Gooseworx as her tragedy mask. In Fast Food Masquerade, Gangle changed her mask for a different one that Zooble gave her. This mask is made from plastic as opposed to the porcelain of the other two, as confirmed by Zooble, so it does not break when dropped. While wearing this mask, she becomes outgoing and confident, but also bossy, controlling, and manic. Gangle's emotions and behavior are influenced by which mask she is currently wearing. However, it is revealed that these masks do not completely change her mood. Rather, they are a literal form of masking, and are not the sole deciders of her personality. Gangle is an easy target for Jax's taunts, who enjoys tormenting her. Zooble himself points out that Gangle is too shy to speak up, possibly to avoid conflict with the other circus members. Before her arrival in the amazing Digital Circus, Gangle was an ordinary human with another name who worked in the fast food industry as a shift manager and was a part-time artist with a passion for anime. At one point, she pursued a degree in graphics design at a community college, though later dropped out for reasons unknown and did not do much with her art after that. Zooble. Zooble is 22 years old and is voiced by Ashley Nichols. They are the 5th main cast member to join the circus. Their avatar is a mismatched mix-and-match toy composed of various block-like parts, never consistent from episode to episode. Zooble is very grouchy and irritable and can be seen getting quite annoyed when a piece of them happens to be in the wrong place. Like Pomni, they suffer an identity crisis as they don't exactly know what they are, leading to them having body gender dysphoria, and despite Caine's attempts to help by providing Zooble new parts, they have yet to find anything they like. This irritability leads to Zooble's lack of enthusiasm when it comes to Caine's adventures, more often choosing to opt out of them and do their own thing for the day.
I'm not just gonna be forced into this stupid adventure.
You can shut up now!
Zooble can be a bit rude, such as when they curse at the others, telling them to F off, and how when they got captured by the Gloinks and called Kinger and Jax idiots for not helping them. However, they also seem to have a degree of compassion, since they show sadness and disbelief over Kolfmo's abstraction, even though they seem to have expected Kinger to be the next one to abstract. Before they came to the amazing Digital Circus, Zooble was an ordinary human with another name. They worked as both a tattoo artist for several years and briefly as a bartender. They also enjoyed exploring abandoned buildings for the mild thrill of it. They eventually entered the amazing Digital Circus after donning a headset connected to a mysterious computer. Alongside being a tattoo artist, Zooble can also play the drums. And aside from Pomni, Zooble has spent the shortest amount of time in the circus. Kinger. Kinger is 48 years old and voiced by Sean Chiplock. He is the first main cast member to join the circus. His avatar resembles a king chess piece with a cracked crown, twitching and paranoid from prolonged entrapment. Kinger is shown as erratic and paranoid, most likely derived from his time in the circus. He also displays an absent-mindedness since he seems to often forget the fact that people are near him and are startled by them, like Gangle. Kinger has an extremely slow reaction time, taking up to a second to react to spotting someone next to him. Kinger also seems to be interested in insects, since he is shown to ramble about an insect collection at times, which is later implied to be due to his wife's love of entomology. When Kinger is left in a dark area, he experiences a major shift in behavior, as the darkness reminds him of his last moments with his wife Queenie. When in this state, he appears to have a much better grip on his sanity, with his fear and paranoia subsiding, with his voice even becoming less high-pitched. Consequently, Kinger reveals a wiser and more compassionate side to him, having defended Pomni from the angel and giving her a pep talk afterward. Before entering the digital circus, Kinger was a human in the real world, and much like the rest of the cast, we don't know his name yet. It appears that Kinger has some level of control over the circus, as he is able to manifest a healing butterfly that helped Ragatha replenish one heart in episode 6. Some fan theories suggest that he may be the Abel of Caine and Abel. Kinger can glow if he holds his breath. This was demonstrated when he and Pomni walked through hell towards the exit in episode 3. He has been in the circus longer than any other character, which Jax believes is why he's the most psychologically unstable of them all. It is possible Kinger has been in the circus since 1995, as in Meet Kinger, his reveal teaser, ends with the message, "Coming 1995. He spent 7 years studying computer science, which strengthens theories that he may have had something to do with the creation of the digital circus.